Alrighty, we are recording. Whoa. Okay, 14, hard, normal, gusty. Okay. I thought you said you were going easy on us.
I am.
Oh, medium pins. Fair enough.
Yeah, I was going to do strong winds and difficult pins.
Oh, did you see there was what's his name, Harold Varner or something like that, the third, sunk a 90-foot eagle putt to win his tournament this week.
Really? No, I did not see that.
It was a snaking right to lefter, up and over a mound and drained it.
Wow. No, we don't want any of that kind of thing going on here today.
No, we do not.
No, we don't want any disgraces like that. But that's bound to be on YouTube.
It is. It is.
Oh no, I've done a.
Oh, he's done a.
What did you do there, you fool?
Jesus.
God almighty.
I feel bad. I don't know whether we should have a do-over or.
It's my own fault.
Well, take me how that happened, Dave.
Well, I think I meant to hit the left button and I hit the right and then I lunged at the mouse. It just didn't get the right button in time.
Right, so so basically it was operator error.
Yeah, it was totally operator error. I hit two wrong buttons in a row.
Oh. Well, I think that line that you hit, Dave, is just the line for me as well.
My line or the other Dave?
We don't even know what your line was.
You don't want your line, Dave. Come on.
Oh.
Ah.
I got the disgrace shot.
All right. Well, I think I can still get a par. This had better be a damn good shot. Jeez, I can't even reach where you guys are. Because now I'm hitting the bloody 3-wood. Damn it. And I'm going to miss the fairway as well. Just don't plug on anything stupid. This start could not be any worse.
Yeah, it's not ideal. Well, they always say don't go to bed angry, so maybe you don't play golf when you're angry either, Dave.
Well, after this start, I'm more likely to go to bed drunk, Dave.
Seek the solace of the bottle.
The comfort of the bottle, I think is the phrase. Right. Okay. All right. I see a way of getting a par, and that's what we're going for. Now I've just got to do one awesome approach shot.
Can I get over that? Yes, I can. Okay.
Do we have elevation tonight?
I didn't check.
$60 yards. Oh, 75. That's not too bad.
Well, that doesn't look ideal.
Oh, it's perfect. Couple of steel weeds to deal with, but
okay. Well, it's just all about hitting a good shot.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, that's very good, Dave.
That's very nice, Dave.
Now, you know, an outside chance of a par, which would delight me.
Well, if you get out of this hole without losing any shots, it'll be truly miraculous.
I'll settle for losing one. That's fine.
Oh, right. Thinking there's a bit of a... Yes, there is. Oh, okay. Right. There's a bit of a downslope. Let's start with the green. 372. Should be okay then.
Yeah, good.
Didn't really go right to left like I thought it might do, but
Dave's looks a little more testing.
It'll be fine. I'm sure. 80 foot. I'll show you the line there, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Similar length putts.
Oh, that broke much harder than you anticipated early.
Yeah.
Though I missed most of that hard early break that you copped. Bit of it, not that much. Be up to the 5 feet mark, and it's not much. All right, so I'll be there. That'll be it. Be just one fraction more.
Well, it's a great 5.
Oh, fantastic fighting 5.
Wow. It felt like a lot of shots.
Two. And 2. It's even more than I thought. I saw it from the reverse, but I couldn't get myself to aim far enough. This is a little bit of right to left, I do believe. Okay. So we're all going to come off the hole, none the better or worse.
I can't believe my luck. Well, I'm going to modify my driving strategy and try a different shot this
I was
time.
going to say, hit 3 inches off the tee every hole and see how long it lasts.
It's working so far. I've decided just to hit one dead straight instead.
That's a draw into the middle of the fairway. A very generous fairway, it has to be said.
It is. You'd be hard pressed to miss this one.
Okay.
Yep.
Serviceable.
Sort of serviceable.
And that gusty wind, it's making it hard.
Has to be left to right here. What is there?
And we've got this hole surrounded.
Yes. No one's going to get a read off anyone else either.
All right. It's got to be sun. Nothing.
Amazing. I could have sworn that was going to do something. Well, I think this is going to move quite a bit right at the start. Well, that's not a bad view.
Did you do an F4? Or
Yeah, I did an F4 and then I did an F5.
Ah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's the initial bit that. Here's where I make a total fool of myself. No, I was kind of right. It did move sharply to the right.
No. Oh, I knew mine was downhill, but how much to the right do I have to aim? I think a lot, because it's 7 inches downhill. Every time I do this, I always overestimate it. Way too much. I'm doing it again anyway.
Well, it was
Pretty reasonable.
creditable effort.
Should be enough. Well, looks like we might have a good grindy game on our hands.
Well, so far there's been no change to the leaderboard. You could have just set it up as holes 3 to 18.
Well, I'm sure after my first drive, you guys would have been thinking about picking one up. Probably should have.
Well, even after your second shot, I'm going, oh, he's going to drop at least 2 here.
Yeah, that wasn't great at that point, was it?
No. Not, but you played it smart and you got your par. Great work.
I just remembered everything Jeff Walsh taught us about visions with that.
Yes, Jeff. Oh, that's going to be nice.
If it stops. It's weird the way that ball rolled. I'm disconcerted, but I'll take it.
Well, I think it's rolled into the right position now.
That must have had some side spin on it or something. No, what a shot. Wow.
No!
Oh,
I end
under the
up...
line, Dave.
Oh,
Thank
come
you.
on!
Your shot looked much better than mine, but
I thought it was perfect.
oh, this is great for me. And he wants to finish 1 inch closer to the hole next to my ball. It's disaster.
Did you both take the 120 club?
134 flopped.
Yeah, I chopped the 134.
Well, I did as well, but obviously mine didn't work near these.
I chopped mine pretty hard. And look at from this angle, you can see how horrible that pin is. It's a miracle we got too close to it. It's really amazing.
Okay, let's see what I can do here. Oh God, 4 feet above.
Yeah, it looks horrible. It'll come down hard. Whoa.
Not hard enough.
No. Well, this is not great for me. Watching this like a hawk.
I wish I'd.
Wow, it didn't break much, did it? Till the very end.
Oh my God.
This is going to be a wild putt.
It is. I can't. Trouble is, I can't see the bloody hole now. Okay. Don't think it's. Say that. We're too far away.
Everyone wants 5-footers in this damn game.
Oh.
Nice work, Dave. Nice
Well,
work.
thanks. That's thanks to you, Dave. You gave me all the information.
Well, at least that was a firmish putt. Little bit of movement. 2, 3, 4.
All right.
Well, Dave,
After a,
putting been very nice so far.
after a scratchy start. Very scratchy.
Well, how many
Well, I
putts
went-
did you take on the previous hole, Dave? When I say the previous, I mean the second.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember what happened.
Because the first and the third, you've only had one putt on each.
Yeah,
The second was we were all on the green surrounding the hole.
yeah, I two putted. We all two putted.
Yeah. But actually, as long as you don't do anything stupid, it's still going to be a good putting round.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Come on.
Perfect.
Come on.
After a full shot.
Well, this is definitely a hole of opportunity. Big time.
Everything is a hole of opportunity when you've got the mailman on your bag.
Oh, fighting words are coming out.
Oh, I wanted to win just to die a little bit. Stop there, don't go down. It was a lovely hit as well.
Was. All right. What do I learn from that? Learn, I want to come in from the right of the pin. And I don't want to hit it too far. That's what I really don't want to do. I want 9 mile an hour winds. Waiting. Sod off 16. We don't need a stinking 16. 9. Give me 9. Take 8. It should bound left. Come down.
Oh, genius. Look at this. Well, Dave, if that doesn't tell you anything. Yeah.
Well, you did say you meant business tonight, so.
Yes, there's a steely determination that we haven't seen for a while, and so far the putter's working very nicely. 2 putts here will give you a nice 2 under par after 4 holes.
Like that line. It gets a good bounce here. Could be no baby. No, it's a great shot, Dave.
It is. Unlucky to just go past the hole.
It was okay.
Okay, right.
Glad you picked medium pins, Dave.
Yeah, don't think we need difficult, do we?
Shot. Oh, he's gone in. Oh, no.
Well, that's one way to get back into the game.
Certainly is, Ollie. There's not much break in this, I don't think. Just a little bit. I would have liked a bit more on that. Got a bit precious with it.
Great putt.
Yeah, it was a great. Wow.
Oh,
That
Two
was,
eagles.
it had to go in. Oh,
Two eagles and a birdie. Wow.
boy, it's ramping up. Big time.
2, 2, and 1.
Right.
Oh, I'm glad I did hole out there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd have been seriously behind. If I'd have only parred it, bloody hell. 268. Word.
Another super interesting hole.
Okay. I've got to think that was a 3-wood there, because I think, hang on, 255, 14, 269, maybe not.
That's a better line. That's a great line.
Oh,
But, all right, that's very interesting information. Now I'm wondering if Dave did hit the 3-wood, and I'm wondering if a punched 3-wood might be the shot. That's what I'm going with. All sorts of information from you guys. We'll see if it works. No.
well, I've got a feeling that Dave did hit the driver.
Yeah, and now I know he hit the driver.
I did. I hit the flopped driver.
God damn it.
It's so good just listening to everyone go through the machinations of trying to work out what each other hit.
Yeah, he's got it completely wrong.
Well, I was sort of thinking, you're saying there, good information, guys. And I think, yeah, he's got the information, but he's misread the signals.
Yeah, I've got Trump information.
Because let's not forget that that drive of Dave's, that's where he pitched. And I thought, oh, that's probably around about the pitching area anyway.
Yeah. Right, well, I'm hitting a full shot out of this bunker. There's none of these stupid splash shots with the 7-iron or whatever. I'm just going to have to chop the crap out of it. Bite.
Oh,
Oh, my word. Was that a full 77-yard shot? Just
Well, it was
shot.
a chopped 77, yes.
Wow, lovely. I like that play. I like it a lot. Well, oh my word.
Plenty of good plays going on.
Some imaginative stuff going on here tonight.
No quarter has been given.
What's this bloody thing doing? Oh, I can see what it's doing from behind the hole. Okay. But the wind is left to right. Oh, I think I might actually chip this. Oh, yes. 46-7. Up there. Ah, that wasn't really well done. 14 feet. That's a little bit clumsy. I think there's a little bit of left to right going on here. Was a bit of left to right.
Yeah. Right, I know this breaks more than I think. Just going to have to go with my gut. I'm even going to do an F4 and nothing. Oh, look at it. Oh, that's not in.
There was
That was
bucket loads of break on that. And
It's
Yeah.
not flummoxing us. Jesus Christ, if that had missed, I was going to 3-putt from wherever it ended. Yeah.
that was a firm putt, Dave.
I wanted to take any break out of the out of the shot.
Okay. 2, 2, and 1. Start by all of us, really.
Another par 3. Oh, I've got another look.
Looks as though somebody's burning somebody burning wood or something in the background.
Yeah,
Tobacco.
Yes.
probably.
Okay, 150. Not too much.
Well, that's interesting. Now I'm thinking there might be elevation here. Because I reckon Dave hit the 134 and I reckon you hit the 146. So that means the 134 is correct with the right wind.
Or the 146 is correct with the right wind. Neither of us got the right wind.
I don't blame you trying to plant a seed, Andy, but it's not working. Here goes the 134.
I think the 134 is correct with the right wind.
Oh,
Maybe
it was
not.
so close. 6 inches more that bounds up onto that upslope and rolls down.
Did you punch it or anything, Dave? Or you just hit it straight?
I wish I had now.
Oh, God.
Well, that's nasty.
Cheers. Six. That. And to 35. Right. At least I've got a view now. Case of what the hell is 15 feet, 23 feet. Oh God, this is. Stop. That's it.
More work than you ever want with no BOI. do not want that amount of work. Oh, myself that amount of work. God damn it.
Okay, right. Okay. I think this is. This is right to left. Come on. Yeah. Let's read this right. Well, it was more straight than I thought.
Oh.
Yep.
Yep. Good up and down.
New leader.
Oh.
Get on in,
Well, well hold.
but the minute one of those misses, I'm in big trouble.
Okay, 2-1-0.
Oh. Interesting.
For whom the bell tolls.
Fancy.
Okay, no.
Wow.
249.
He's not taking his foot off the accelerator, Andy.
No, indeed not.
That seemed to go a little short.
Yes, it was.
Curious. I can only speculate on whether that was deliberate.
Well, can I put you out of your misery? It most certainly wasn't deliberate.
Okay. I thought maybe you were playing some fancy head games with us.
Was it a 5-wood by any chance that you hit?
Oh, that I hit?
Yeah.
Or Dave?
No,
I
that you
hit.
hit. Because I hit the 3.
Yeah.
I hit the driver.
Yeah, I hit the 3-wood as well.
Yeah, no, I was worried about potentially the driver running out of fairway there.
I have the advantage of hitting the ball so badly off the tee, the driver was fine.
Okay. Right. The 98. Come on, wind. Well, that's not a great shot, but
Wow, it's substantially easier from where we are. What club, Dave?
well, one thing's sure, what I did, it was no help to you whatsoever.
Oh dear, this is not easy.
Nuts.
Well, you judge that perfectly.
Lovely shot.
Worked it right.
Sure did.
You judge this right. Oh, you've done the same.
Oh, even better. Lovely.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well, there's only one thing to do in situations like this, and that's to hole out this one and all. Oof, I thought for a minute,
Needed
it's
to
looking
run.
good, the line.
It was.
Well, you two boys can put a bit of daylight between yourselves and me.
That's the plan.
It's in.
Never going to
Great
miss.
Yeah.
It looked high side, but did enough.
Trying desperately to see the line here. I think it's a little. I'm actually going to head it a little bit left to right. Not too much though. Okay. Oh God, a little bit left to right, and it was massively left to right.
It's off to the races straight away.
And this is. Oh.
It's in.
Yeah.
Looks exciting.
But it's another drop shot though. 1 eagle, 3 bogeys in 6 holes.
God. Trying to use F5 to get a read on this, but just can hit it firm. Better go.
Well done.
Perfect.
It was a lot more stressful than it looked.
Wow. Well, I'm tail end Charlie here now. You two putting the foot on the gas, and I've just put my foot on the brake.
Huh.
Oh, what's a hit?
don't think it's going to quite get there.
Might be a little bit of break on that putt as well.
Oh no. Wagga.
No, that's.
Oh, get off. Come on, keep running. Get off. No!
I'm going to congratulate you if you two putt from there, Dave.
Oh my god.
And that was
5 foot uphill.
great information. So thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, I was welcome. Right. Oh, it's punt.
Oh!
Oh, that felt harsh.
Oh, right. Well, some 3.
And he suddenly got stars in his eyes.
Don't change wind.
Solid hit.
Good. It is good. What a shot. Wow.
Well, it might be get me back into it. I shouldn't be falling behind unless somebody pulls off something outrageous.
No, if you fall behind from there, there's trouble.
This could be back at my feet.
I think you called it.
Oh,
How did
How
that
the
stop?
earth did that stop?
I've got
Yeah.
no idea.
As soon as he hit that shot, I thought it's going to be back at his feet.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to look from the point of view, we could either try and putt and hope for the miracle like that, or have a full shot and end up anywhere from 30 to 100 foot past the hole.
Yeah. Right. Oh. There we go.
Good effort.
Good shot.
Yeah, I'm watching it with interest. It's not a tap in.
No.
A little bit more. Oh, come on. Jesus.
You see that?
It's a misread.
Good work. Oh.
Great putt. Really nice putt.
Well, I gave it a chance. It wasn't a bad read. Didn't take nearly as longer. The more time oh, what a good putt that was.
Yeah, I had that memorized in my head for about 3 minutes. I'm just going, just remember that amount of break. And every putt I'm watching is distracting me.
Well, you ought to have a little notepad and pen beside you, Dave.
Probably, as the Alzheimer's gets worse, Andy, I will.
Oh, wow. It's really going to hurt your putting stats for today, Dave.
Oh yeah.
Cat meat pigeons.
Well, you've come back to me.
Allow Dave to hit the lead.
He is the new leader.
Mm.
Good, making a statement, I see.
Uh, in the old days, I used to say I dissected the fairway until Dave corrected me.
But it sounds
Well,
right.
It does sound right, but now I know it's bisected. Oh, well, this could be for a pint, Dave, or rhymes or something.
Well, that wasn't me, by the way.
Oh, yeah. No, it's definitely a pint then, because Andy's got something.
yeah, whether it's me or Dave, I'm all up for it.
Dave could be in the mix as well. Let's see.
Not likely.
No, not in the mix.
The fucking weeds.
Mm.
Oh, it's all right. It's only first cut. I can live with that.
Oh, that's going to work out great.
Come down.
It is.
What a great shot, Dave.
Yeah.
Thanks,
good
man.
shot. 2. Okay. 7, 10. Okay. Oh, too much.
Interesting. Well, from that, I should go to Glean with a hit. Carry 111. It's 31 feet uphill. I've hit 20 and it's gone too far. So I'm going to hit the 120 and chop the crap out of it.
Oh.
It's going to work well.
Oh, that's a lovely shot as well. Two very nice shots, and mine.
Was that a full 120, Andy?
Yeah, but as soon as I hit it, I knew I was in trouble. The wind just sort of
Didn't cooperate.
didn't.
Well, it almost went the other way.
I decided to impart as little information as possible.
We've succeeded in spades. I'm going to hit this dead straight because I can't see anything, and I've done an F4. It just confused me. If anything, it's got a little bit of left to right. I can't help but give it that. Oh, it went the other way.
F4 is your friend, Obi-Wan.
F4 is not my friend. F4 only hurts. It never helps.
This is going to be, yeah.
It is.
I needed that after the previous hole.
Wow. I'm the whipping boy after first 9.
Right. Yeah, well, the back 9 is where all the trouble happened last time, Andy. I don't think it's over yet. Yeah.
It's a lovely layout, this course.
Mm.
It is. Almost all the holes are fun to play. You can't ask for more than that.
Okay. Don't go off the fairway. Is that a big drive or not? Middle. Of course, my early misfire will hurt me in the driving stats today.
No, I don't think that 3-inch drive helped mine.
Oh God! Oh yes.
Yeah,
Well, will it count as being on the fairway?
it's on the fairway. Is the tee the fairway? That's what we'll find out.
Well, I guess you can do a quick. Oh, that's a great shot.
Oh, he's gone full out baby.
There's a few radar-like shots coming from everybody's clubs apart from mine today. And there's another one that's gone off.
Well, I've got the long average driver's mine.
Oh, no.
Wow. Just checked and I'm leading the average drive distance by more than 10 yards. So I think the first hole did not count. So
yeah.
I'm pretty happy about it. Right, so everyone here has not allowed for this downwind. I'm going to allow that much. Except I've pushed it right. What's the point if you're going to do that? And it was
Well, let's see what happens to yours.
Oh, it's plugged
it's plugged as well.
God
Advantage, fuel man.
We got 2 plugged balls. And Dave, where's yours?
10 foot.
Oh, yours is great. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ballarat's going to be foaming at the mouth with all these things happening.
Yeah. 6. Well, at least
Lovely.
that was
Minimise the damage.
Right.
Can't do much more than that. You might be able to get it out there. I had too much space.
Oh, I've got a shot in mind, Andy. Don't worry about that.
Shot.
Was that the shot you had in mind?
That was the shot I had in mind.
Oh, you've got the imagination of, I don't know, Bill Gates.
You don't want to know what's in my imagination.
Right, yes. Let's not go down that rabbit hole. Oh, it's only going to be one.
I knew there was a bit of right to left. I didn't know how much. And it was all at the start.
Yeah, I've got out of jail completely.
I've gone backwards again. 4 behind now.
Have you watched any of the Winter Olympics, Andy?
Indeed, we have. We watched quite a bit of it on Saturday, and we watched. It was almost wall to wall on Sunday. It's quite interesting. I've finally worked out the rules of curling.
Oh, I love curling. That's my favourite.
Really strategic.
Yeah. It's like lawn bowls on steroids.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard them talking about the power play, and I never really understood it until I realised that they actually put 2 stones down in pairs before they even start lobbing them down the sheet.
Yeah, it's as you say, it's very, very strategic. It's almost like chess or something. And have you worked out what the lights on the curling stones are for?
Yeah.
Then tell me.
Pardon?
Then tell
I
me.
have worked them out.
Yeah.
And they are heat sensors because the thick red lines that you see, there's one hog line which is nearest the player who lets the stone go, and they've got to let the stone go before the stone reaches the first hog line. So they push off, and they've got to release it before that first red line. And those lights are heat sensors within the. Oh, is that a plug?
Yes. Yes.
That's cruel.
That disrupted your entire curling explanation. But I heard heat sensors. line.
It stops a human being from actually making that determination.
Ah.
But the thing is, they're not going fast enough anyway. But anyway,
And just out of curiosity, do you know what the penalty is if the sweeper hits the curling stone? Because I haven't seen them do it, but surely it must happen.
you mean where it accidentally treads onto them and whatever? Yeah, I think it must be a severe penalty. Either the stone gets out of, if they touch it, presumably they might have still have chance to stop that stone and put it out of play. But no,
Yeah, because it's going to hit other curling stones anyway and move them around. It's almost impossible to put everything back where it was.
yeah.
But I've never seen anyone do it. How can they be that skillful? I'd be whacking the thing every second sweep.
9.
And what's the rule with the opposition team being able to start sweeping the other team's stone?
It's only after they've got past
the centre line or something, is it?
Or hit other curling balls or something.
I think you've got a bullseye target, right? And once any stone goes past the bullseye, right in the middle, then the opposition can start sweeping, as they're trying to sweep it out of the scoring area.
My dream is to see two teams have a broom fight.
Nice shot. It's going to be long, but it's going to be nice.
It might bite back. No, it didn't.
Not bad.
Oh my God. You know what? Plugs doesn't work very well for this situation.
No,
I've just got to chiff it up into the bunker face and just cop my medicine. Oh my God. You know what, mate? I've got a theory.
You're going to go backwards.
I've got a
Sideways.
I've got a theory. Theory.
Going to try a 7-wood.
You'll see what I'm going to try and punch it into the bank with an 8-iron. Maximum loft, and then it'll bounce up in the air and then drop gently onto the green. Or it'll do that.
Well, it didn't hurt you at all.
Yeah,
No
harm, no foul.
I've never seen anyone get a plug ball out of a bunker from this far down. It just doesn't happen. All right, fine. I take my medicine.
Well, in real life, it would be probably impossible. Like you say, it's it's not so much the distance; it's what you've got to clear that's the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, good work, Dave.
Yeah. Is it?
You might get a par out of it again. Could really do with getting 1 or 2 shots back on people here.
You might succeed against me.
Not against Dave, though.
Oh!
Thank God. What a great shot.
That was in all the way, that.
It was.
Until it wasn't.
Fantastic shot, Dave.
Thanks. That would have hurt you big time.
You definitely would have hurt me big time. You're probably going to pick up 2 anyway, but you would have picked up 3. Didn't that break a lot more? Wow.
Didn't it just?
Oh, not even close, and now look. it's still me. Good. I've still memorised what it did.
Oh,
Oh, Dave.
you've joined the marching band, Dave.
Now there's trouble.
Oh, no.
No.
And you were saying that my putting stats were going to take a beating.
Right. Well, after that shenanigans,
Jesus Christ.
got to be straight. Oh, thank goodness for that. Well, you've gone from hero, Dave, to
Zero.
villain.
Well, suddenly you're a big chance of a silver medal, Andy. And Dave,
Oh,
he's going to be waving to the crowd if we don't do something soon.
Well, not yet.
Well, we're in the bogey stretch now. This is where it gets tricky on this course.
yeah. Well, there must have been something going on this stretch. Maybe not this time, though. Or is there? Maybe not too bad, though.
That's all right.
First
First
cut.
cut.
Don't plug.
It didn't.
Not
Right.
bad there.
No. Really need to just calm down, get one on the fairway, get a birdie, and then just work from there.
Well, that's a great
Yeah.
drive.
It's the best of the lot. Right down the middle. Who dissected it?
I have dissected it. Like a frog. Should never have mentioned that.
Interesting. Wind, change direction.
Your distance control has been pretty good today, Dave.
It has.
Ooh, yeah.
It's been
Okay,
pretty
right.
solid all round, eh?
Come on.
Should be right.
Yeah. You've got to start throwing some no babies at him or it's going to be too late.
Yeah.
Fine. All right, I'll give it a crack. All right, 107. Oh, it's going to be a chopped 120. 1 and 5 will just have too much backspin.
Not bad at all.
Pretty good.
Looks as though you've got an uphill putt.
You know, I 4-putted the last time I was there. Nice, and some information for me. Thanks, Andy.
My pleasure. I think I gave some information to Dave as well.
Mm.
No. Oh.
I can't believe that putt. That was so amazing. Wow.
He's pulled it out of his backside again. What a good putt that was.
That's a catcher putt of the night, Dave. Well done.
Was a beauty.
There's a tray of pies coming your way.
Wow, we're 5 shots behind, Dave.
Mm. It's a problem. Oh my God.
It is.
Thank God it's me again.
Well, I'm just going to. Don't take this the wrong way, Dave, but I'm going to ignore what you're doing now because it's just too much it's doing my head in trying to work out ways of getting on par with you. Oh!
Wow, that's gosh.
I mean, that had to just come in from.
Have you guys both played Parkle's round yet? I think
Yep.
you have, though. Yeah.
I have.
His last 2 holes. We can't say anything. Yeah, I didn't think you had Andy. But yeah, just say Parkle had. I don't know what to say. Probably can't say anything.
Right, well, don't, and I will try and play it at some point next day or two. Well, on a totally different tack, although related, I had a really strange round, Dave, at Spyglass Hill.
Yeah.
I had birdies all over the place, but I had some nightmare holes as well.
Hindenburgs.
Yeah, I went 7-6 on a par 3 and a par 4 or 5 in 2 holes, and it just derailed what had been a nice round up until that point.
Yeah, ouch. Yeah, it's a funny course, that one. It doesn't seem, the holes don't seem that hard, but there's quite a few that can catch you out.
Yeah, but I had a good 3rd round at Pebble. I got my head round it a little bit more concentrated.
Well, I saw you took the lead by 1 against me after 3 rounds.
Yes.
But I'm just letting you know you'll need to bring your A game in round 4, Andy.
Is it at Pebble again?
It is at Pebble, and I've laid down a gauntlet.
Okay.
Has he cut
it's
it?
A little bit of fade.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine.
329.
Oh, what's this?
read somewhere the correct strategy is just blast through the trees, Dave.
Right. Well, this is
Preferably
clearly...
with about a hook on it.
A super hook? I'd like to see a super hook.
Oh, what's he doing?
I think he's going Uncle Dave.
Well, I can't go at it. There's a bloody tree there. And I'm not up where you guys are. Oh, actually, you guys are going to go through that same tree as well. It is a par 5, so...
And you've got a 5 or 6 shot lead ahead of us.
Oh,
Just thinking about it.
well, it keeps resetting the bloody position that I'm aiming. It's very annoying.
We thought you kept changing your mind.
No.
He's gone Uncle Dave. Well, if you think I'm doing that, you've got another thing coming.
No, I encourage you to go through the tree.
No, I'm not going to go through them. I'm going to go around them. Easy.
Yeah, it's custom made for the super hook.
Absolutely it is.
I'm taking a great deal of interest in this myself.
I'm really putting a big super hook on this.
Oh, it's worked.
The line was perfect. It just didn't have enough club.
Actually, you were lucky you didn't plug in the bloody... Right.
I know you're right, Andy.
Okay, right. 199, 209. It's got to be the 4 iron. Huh? I should have gone further than that.
I
You hit the trees.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Bollocks.
Yeah, we're kind of all equal.
Yes. Where's that gone? That was pretty good.
Yep.
Good enough.
On the way Dave's putting, it's probably a tap in.
Okay, that's could almost do with a longer right super flop. That's what I'm going to try. It wasn't. It was long, but it wasn't right. Where did the long?
Wow. It's not that far. It's a full bogger. It's horrible.
I just want to see that again. Where was I aiming?
I'm going to watch it again with interest. Oh, you've hit the spot.
No, it had to look as though it had went long and right, but how far did I pitch it? 31 yards. So yeah, I did get it. It went longer, but it didn't go right on me.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to be where you are. Right. So.
Never mind. shot.
Yep.
Would be me. Um, Five, 537, 63, 63. Come on, bastard. Oh, that is cruel. That is cruel.
That is super cruel.
Oh, you little bastard.
How come they never roll back like that when you hit an approach shot and they go to the uphill bit of the back of the green? They almost never do that.
31, 26, 25. Right, 33, 25, that's 58. It's going to go the same way, I think. No, maybe not. I'm a broken man.
Broken man is going to show me the line. Thanks, Andy.
It's official. I'm trying not to leak shots more, but you know, there could be some wholesale changes on the stats page here.
Yeah.
Especially if Dave just closes this down.
Dave's had an unbelievable, like his putting went from good to terrible the last couple of weeks, and now it's back to awesome again. What's happened, Dave?
I think the COVID vaccine has embedded itself well and truly at this point.
Oh, it's hard to miss.
And
It does take
revitalised.
Does take a while for those tracking chips to settle.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I think I can read these greens a little bit better than some of these other ones the last week or two.
Oh,
Oh no.
Well, one thing for sure, you can certainly read the greens better than either Dave or myself.
we've turned into cannon fodder, Andy. Dave's just waving to the crowd already. He doesn't even care. Oh, God.
Dave.
I don't know how many putts I've had tonight, and I started well with the putting, and now look at me.
You did.
Oh, my God. That had missed. It would have been 30 feet away.
It could have been down the slope, yeah. Yeah, I'm afraid that putt that you had where you had to throw it way out and it came in through the backside of the hole, that was
amazing.
kind of been the killer.
Yeah, that was the death.
8 shots behind here. Hello.
Oh, don't be wet. Don't! Oh!
Wow, it wasn't far away from being wet.
Lateral hazard. Oh.
Sure you got a free drop where it lies.
I did.
Meanwhile, the 2 bottom feeders, and I mean bottom feeder in not in its literal sense.
It does sound a bit sus. But, yeah.
I don't want to give our viewers and listeners the wrong idea.
Well, I heard a term tonight that I've never heard before, which was butt chugging.
What?
Butt chugging.
Butt chugging.
Butt chugging. It's as bad as it sounds.
No, I really don't need any more information.
I'll leave it up to your imagination.
174.
Not going to be Googling that term, I promise you.
Oh, well, Zed did.
No.
Because Kate told us about it. Zed,
Oh, my God.
Zed goes, oh, I'll look it up.
Gosh, you'll be telling you to Google Tub Girl next.
Yeah, no, it involves basically injecting alcohol directly into your backside.
Really?
And then it gets absorbed through the rectum wall directly. It's actually, it's quite dangerous apparently. Because your stomach and that hasn't had a chance to break down the alcohol into its component parts.
Ah, yeah. So
People
yeah, so you end up with
do this out of choice.
On the bright side, it would give my liver a rest.
Yeah, but it's apparently it's quicker to get drunk and more effective because it's basically directly absorbed into the bloodstream.
You might as well just jam a needle into your skull and put it directly into your brain.
Yes. Will it?
That's a great putt.
It's an excellent putt.
Well, it's a green in rag and it's a 2-putt, but let's be honest, it's not going to sort of trouble Reuters news agency, is it?
The backstory isn't going to matter, is it?
No. I think I was more interested in what was going on with that than
Take your mind off
what I was doing.
Yeah. Just as long as you don't rely on butt chugging to get over the result.
This is good.
Right, this is going in. Can't miss. Stupid.
Yeah, I think actually there's something wrong with your eyesight, and there's something wrong with my eyesight as well because of,
Yeah, well, nothing wrong with Uncle Dave's eyesight.
It's because I'm blind. I don't know what I'm doing.
okay, I'm hitting it straight. Oh, Christ.
Oh!
Well, in the end, it was straight, just. No.
That bloody bell again.
Another perfect drive.
Yes.
Well, I think we can gracefully exceed the win to Uncle Dave, and we're just going to have a battle for the silver medal, Andy.
Yeah, well, that's it's sad when it comes to it. You're fighting for the scraps. What, seven or 8 shots behind?
It gives us some. It gives us a goal. It's all right.
Let's see whether I've got a slight fade. I have.
And that looks perfect. Not a very big landing area, really. So I can smash past both of you.
Yes, I might be 7 shots behind, but I just smashed it past the leader on the course. He'll be thinking, I wish I could hit it as long as that brute.
Oh, what happened, Dave?
That was strategic, Dave. I wanted a full 105 club in. Make it 120 chopped anyway. Chopped big time. do not want backspin on this shot. Oh crap, I want more than that though, do I? Oh. You've given Andy a little window here.
This is an interesting.
A window.
For that crack at second spot. Bounce check. Another nice Dave under the hole.
Yes, indeed.
Ooh,
Lovely.
Wow.
Oh, you're going to give me a nice read on this shot here.
I am.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciated. Doing what I think it's. Well, you must be slipping, Dave, because this is one of the few greens I've actually got inside you. You must be feeling sorry for us all.
Yes.
He's relaxed.
Give me his crumbs. Very small crumbs. Oh.
Completely misread it.
And I think, I mean, I was. Come on.
Oh, that's harsh. That is harsh.
Right. No change. Bang.
Oh.
Indeed.
Actually, didn't Dave come from last to first last week as well?
I can't remember. Oh, dear me. Well, you know, you and I have got to go for it. Well, is Uncle Dave going to go?
It's a no-brainer for us. We got to get a hole in one, Andy.
I think he's got enough shots to be able to just go for it. I think that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, I think
I'm not sure of the line, but
yeah, you'd have to yellow not to go for this. He's gone for it.
he's drawn it a bit.
Was that the driver? That's the question.
No, I can't believe it's the driver. 252 carried.
With the tailwinds? No, that wasn't the driver.
Okay, right. get over those trees.
That's interesting. Good information.
Yeah, I think the gap between the over that shorter of the trees is the line. Maybe even with a slight draw, I don't know. Oh yes, you've hit it. That's the line.
Lovely.
Is it a perfect? Almost perfect.
Well, in theory, I've got a putt for an eagle. Oh.
Oh.
Well, it got exciting earlier on when I hold out for eagle, but really the excitement for me is just been very few and far between today. 7 feet. Putting has been distinctly average.
Yeah, we had a great looking game at that point because there was only one between the three of us for quite a few holes.
It's a masterclass.
Another sterling shot.
I'm very sorry to be boring tonight.
You don't need to apologise. This has been a comprehensive evisceration of the pair of us.
Well, I look forward to this shot very much. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's not going to be any good, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Great.
Oh.
Fine.
Will it?
Okay, but it's got to go. No, of course it had to miss. Fucking hell. Left it the same bloody distance away.
Yeah. The phrase "it's got to go" only gets uttered by people who aren't leading. Oh my God. Another one. If I hadn't belted it, it was off the green almost.
The gap keeps growing.
Well, we're on the ground. He's just kicking us, Andy. He's putting the boot in.
Oh, what have we got? 18. 5. Oh.
Seventeenth hole. Oh, there's a huge shot difference going on here. It's 8 and 9. Go on, you might as well. You might be giving both Dave and I an SBA T-shirt to wear.
Jesus Christ, we're not far from it.
No, well I'm right on it, mate. I'm right on it. Christ almighty, I'm 9 behind. Christ. How did it all go so wrong?
Well, I will be sending you the Arnie, Andy, if there's 10 in it.
Come on, wind. The wind bloody. Oh, you.
No. You got to get up and down, Andy. You can't afford to muck this up.
Fuck.
Done the same.
If you took the 120, yeah.
I did. There was a headwind. Come
I
on.
know.
Well, if it makes you feel worse, I hit the 120 as well.
Oh, God damn it. Did you chop
You're,
it?
I flopped
you're
it.
right. You're right. We do feel worse.
Oh, look at this shot. It's going to bounce off the woody bush. I know it's going to bounce off the woody bush. I'm going to take my medicine and go out left.
Bring in the.
Oh, no, I've got some super wogger putt. Oh,
No, you're all right.
I'm not all right. Far from all right, Andy.
I know the name for this upload as well.
Yeah.
Falling off the wagon at Tobacco Road. Because if anything was going to make you take up smoking again, Dave, be this round.
You're not wrong. No, so I'm off to Dunkeld for the weekend.
Dunkeld? What, with Paul?
Yeah, with Paul and Susie and Char and Paul's wife. So we're eating at this fancy restaurant. We're having a $300 restaurant meal.
Oh, is this world's best restaurant that's in the bush?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
We're going, and we're staying 2 nights.
It was voted the world's best restaurant a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
it's just out in the middle of nowhere in Victoria somewhere.
It's supposed to be amazing. So we're looking forward to that. So I'm staying there Friday night and Saturday night, Andy. So Friday night is not on.
Not on.
Not on.
Okay, well, we'll just junk that for this week. That will give me. But Thursday, I'll definitely make Thursday. Friday, obviously not.
Yep.
I've got plenty of stuff to be doing and watching with the Olympics. So.
Yep. No harm, no foul.
Did you watch, Dave, any of the downhill skiing this afternoon?
I did not, but are you recommending I watch it?
Well, they're fast, 140, 150 k's an hour in some sections.
Yeah.
There's a couple of stacks and
well, it's all online. You can watch it whenever you like. So
Okay.
I might jump and watch it. Yeah.
Definitely worth watching.
Is that the men's or the women's?
The men's.
Okay.
Nice shot, Andy.
It wasn't going to go in, was it?
That's a harsh pin. It's really vicious. Oh, God. I'm trying to think what happened. I don't like to use F4, but I'm going to use it a little bit. Okay.
Well, if you're going away this weekend, Dave, you might be able to wear the SPA jacket.
Really?
It's perched on his shoulders right now.
I'm 10 behind after this. And I might be 11 behind if he sinks his putt.
So, Uncle Dave, can I just clarify? Is the super busted ass shirt only given if it's 10 strokes or more? Correct. So
Correct.
I'm 9 behind. So God forbid if I make this, I can just be in sight. Oh no!
Don't worry, I haven't put mine in yet, Andy. So
Oh, this is disgraceful. This is a disgrace.
And Andy, I don't think you understand the scale of how bad being busted ass is. I'm going to send you the Arnie, but you might stop being our friends.
I'll send you a picture of me wearing one as well. I was at Rivendell, standing on one of the columns where there's the mermaids or something.
Yeah, that is a very artistic picture of
It
busted
is.
ass.
Correct.
Well, we're both in receipt of that as we tee up on 18.
Trust me,
Something's
Andy,
gotta
it's not as good as the green jacket. Well, Dave could have.
all I can say in my defence is I deserve whatever comes my way. I have no complaints about it.
All we've got to do, Andy, is pick up a stroke on him here, and we're out of it. It's as simple as that.
That's true.
Yeah.
He has to either have a misstep or we have to get a birdie. I think we have to get a birdie.
Right. Oh, in the meantime,
that's a good
I've
start.
gone
Right.
slight draw. I think it's big. Oh, look at that. It's huge. I might be 10 strokes behind, but the crowd always has a ooh as he strikes the ball off the tee.
The one that gets you back.
I'm like the John Daly of the Pos Tour. Once he gets it right.
All right, I know I'm going to be furthest away, and I am by far.
You are going to be furthest away.
So I better get this right. And look at that headwind. Oh my God. Is the 183 club enough? It's the right club depending on the wind. Jesus Christ. I've hit the shot I wanted to hit.
It's a gorgeous shot. What is it?
I've got a terrible putt. I'm not going to get a birdie. Oh, here it comes.
No, 6 inches.
2 inches.
Here it comes.
I think I
thought
sold that
it
one
was-
too much.
I thought it was a bit optimistic to expect that to come 37 feet back.
Oh,
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 oh, maybe we've got an outside chance, Andy.
yeah, it's quite a long
that
bunker
was
shot uphill.
long and right. Completely wrong.
Wow.
If I let you guys get out of busted,
Andy especially. It's a nice
That
line.
could be good. It's a great line.
Above the line. It's a beauty.
oh, he's going to save
It's an old
himself.
baby. Oh, Andy's done it. Oh, no. That means only I'll be in it. Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh, why is it now? Oh, it's suddenly come to life on the bloody 18th hole. I've had one chip in and one sort of what's that word? Oh baby, and that's it. The rest has been rubbish.
Unless this goes in, oh.
Oh, I tell you what, if that hadn't have checked, that was got a really good chance there. Did you deliberately hit that a bit long and
No, I never do. I try and hit them perfect every time.
I have to sink this to be sure, but Dave's an outside chance of missing his, so I just need to make sure I get down in 2.
Nice putt.
Good effort.
Really nice putt.
All right, well, I've forced Dave to sink his putt to put me in super busted.
Oh, interesting. It looks like that.
It's the NBA.
Oh, no. I'm in it.
Andy's out of it. He saved himself
out of it.
with a genius
What a great approach shot, Andy. That was probably the approach shot of the night.
Well, it needed to be.
Did.
I never thought I'd feel good about a 13. Oh, look at your back 9 too.
Oh my God. 43? How? My front 9 was good. I was equal leader. Oh, yeah, that 11th hole killed me.
And no birds either, Dave, whereas Andy had some birds to counteract the damage.
Left to right, and then I just was on tilt.
Well, one thing for sure, Dave, you made, considering you didn't have the BLI, you did that back 9 really well.
I'm surprised I didn't have a bogey there.
Well, you only had 1 bogey all night, Dave, and that's substantially less than we all had.
No, it was a double that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, impressive.
Oh.
Wow. And the stats, I don't want to know what's happened to the stats. It's going to be bad.
What? Look at my scrambling.
Andy.
Oh my God.
That's not going to help you, Andy.
No, it's not, is it?
Oh,
Is it?
dear.